Hello and welcome. My name is Thumb. Thank you so much for joining me today on this video. Today I wanted to discuss something very important to my collection, which is how do I even get my collection? Where does it come from? Where do I buy it, etc. I've gotten a lot of comments asking me this question and I decided today was the day I'm going to answer it. So, if you're in the market for a new DS, literally anything Nintendo related, this is the video for you. So we're going to go over 3 different options if you're looking to buy Nintendo stuff which is no longer on shelves, at Walmart or Target or wherever you shop. So if it's outdated or just, no longer being sold places, these are the places I would recommend looking. Number 1, thrift stores. Now I know not everybody is going to have an amazing thrift store. I've recommended this to other people and they've said, yeah, ours suck. There's nothing good in them, not ever. And honestly, I'm sorry. I don't know what to say in that case. But the ones I go to usually have a decent amount of stuff in them, enough that I'm like, okay, this is worth looking every once in a while. I have a local shop that I go to, which is where actually I bought my DS Lite, which is super cool. I also got my NES from there as well. I did post a video about me thrifting so you can see everything I found and kind of what it looks like. I found a lot of Wii stuff, so nothing like super useful like an actual console or a game. Games are actually pretty sparse, but thrift stores are always a good place to look. So I would recommend checking out thrift shops, and you have to check them very regularly. If there's only one shop, it can get a little boring, going to the same one over and over again. But the thing is, Nintendo stuff sells really fast. I would recommend checking every single day. Just a quick peek, don't have to do like a full shopping trip or anything. Just kind of look around, see what's up, see if they've put anything out recently. Early mornings are always best because then you get the fresh goods. So that would be my first option. Now, my second option isn't as solid as my first one because this is definitely based on where you live. Now, I would recommend going to retro game shops. Another downside is they tend to be expensive, mostly because they refurbish these things. Unlike a thrift store, they just take the item and put it on the shelf and you get what you get. But a retro game shop will almost always refurbish, clean up, fix these items and resell them. So they tend to be on the more expensive side, but at least that means you get a very nice system or game, depending on what you're looking for. I only have one around my area, which is too bad. I wish there was more, but at least I do have one. I check every so often. It's very small, very limited of what they have. DSs are almost never there, and randomly they always have a lot of Switches and things. Like, those are still sold in stores, so I don't know why I go to a retro game shop to buy modern tech. Like, I don't know, is that just me? But like, it just seems weird. But that would be my second option, is go to a retro game shop. Alright, now our third and final option is my number 1 way of getting Nintendo things. I would recommend looking every single day through your Facebook Marketplace. Now, being a younger generation, I know a lot of you might not even have Facebook, and honestly, I don't blame you. But if you do have Facebook or you know somebody who does and they're alright with you going onto their account, definitely ask permission, of course. Don't just steal their account and look and shop online. No, definitely ask somebody if you don't have an account and, browse through there. I would recommend browsing daily if you are able to, because things come and go really fast. One thing I would recommend is checking to see if the seller has any reviews, because a lot of people tend to be on the iffy side. You have to definitely know what you're looking for and know the value of things and understand when someone's just trying to scam you and when someone's legitimately trying to sell this item. Unfortunately, I can't give you any tips on how to know when someone's trying to scam you or not, because honestly, it's more of a gut feeling and more of just you've been doing it long enough that you know the signs of when someone's being legit or not. There again, I would say ask a friend, someone to help you check this out. If you are meeting up with somebody, I would always recommend meeting up in a public place. Do not go to somewhere, either in your opinion sketchy, like an area that you just don't really know about. Try not to meet up at their house either. I would not recommend. I've had to do it sometimes, but I always make sure to bring either my dad or some of my brothers in case things go wrong, which they have not at all. Like, everyone's always been perfectly fine, perfectly trustworthy, but you always want to be safe. Don't go into this blind. Don't meet up with somebody by yourself, and make sure you're being safe about this. But I find the best deals on Facebook Marketplace. I've gotten a lot of my systems, a bunch of my games, mostly DS stuff. Unfortunately, the people you'll meet on there are not always the best, which obviously I've just been talking about. They kind of suck sometimes. But you'll find the best deals and the best items there. I've had lots of luck, and I would definitely recommend it to anybody. Again, check every day. These deals, if someone sells something for way less than they should be, that is going to sell immediately. Also, if you're looking for items, make sure to Google what the basic price is for that item, because sometimes these people will try and upsell for no good reason, and they'll just be like, oh, well, if you really want it, you'll spend that extra money. Well, it's not necessarily worth that extra money. So do your research, make sure you know what everything's worth and know if it's a deal, and always check that if you're buying a DS, a Switch, whatever system, as long as it's not a plug-in console, if it's a handheld, always check if it can turn on. Always make sure it's in good condition and actually works. Don't be fooled. Be safe. And those are my top 3 places I would look when you're trying to buy Nintendo items. Okay, there's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope this was helpful to anyone who's out there trying to add to their collection. Please like, subscribe, and comment on this video. Tell me your tips and tricks for finding Nintendo things, whether it's online or in person. Where do you go? Where do you look? Have you found any good deals? I would love to know. Alright, then I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!